Hey everyone, Darktoylord here. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Transformers Combiner Wars Lynx action figure. So real quick, take a look at the packaging. Here we have Lynx sealed in packaging. Down here, bottom left, we have a very nice artistic rendering of the character. We're going to spin this guy around. Nothing on this side besides the Autobot logo. Other side, we have another artistic rendering of Lynx in his combined form, Skyrene. And then on the back, we have a picture of the action figure here, kind of a technical readout of the combined form, plus all the other characters used to make that form: Wheeljack, Hound, Smokescreen, and then Trailbreaker. Up here we have a little write-up about the character himself, so let's go ahead and take a zoom in here. Focus. Alright, so it says, Lynx often talks about himself as one of the most accomplished Autobot warriors. Now that he has mastered the power of combination, he really has something to brag about. His new combined form, Skyrene, is a ferocious combiner beast. Alright, so let's go ahead, open this up, and take a closer look at the toy itself. Okay, inside the packaging, we have Lynx's instruction manual. We have a Lynx collector's card. We have two accessories. And then Lynx himself. So, for anybody who's familiar with Generation 1 Lynx, he was actually came in two parts. So we had the top part, which was the space shuttle, and he was also transformed to kind of like a bird creature or whatever. But the second part of the toy was the transport carrier, which is essentially the bottom half of this toy. They would actually separate. So Lynx, as the bird, was its own robot, and the transport carrier kind of turned into like a some sort of feline panther type robot. So what it looks like with the Combiner Wars, they stuck both of them together on a more permanent basis. But in actual Combiner mode, Skyrene, you have what would have been that separate second robot from Generation 1. Alright, so my initial thoughts are not so swell. This guy actually fucking sucks. Excuse my language. Yeah, so this, look at that, brand new, right out of the box. Oh, now it sticks. Ah, there we go. So, that's unfortunate. I guess if I can push him back more, his head kind of stays in place, but I mean, that's not the way it's supposed to be transformed. Whatever. Let's go ahead and transform this into jet mode or shuttle mode. And I mean, the transformation itself, in my opinion, other people might have a problem, but in my opinion, it sucks. Let's get into it, and I can show you as we get along. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead. Let's collapse the bird head here. Move the arms down. Kind of peg everything into place as you're collapsing it. Best as you can. Alright, and then let's take these wings, we're going to fold them back. And I'm going to take the tail, which is a very poor excuse for a tail, and we're going to fold that up and over, and I would think that it should peg in here, but it doesn't seem like it does. It just sits there. Then we're going to take the blue wings and we're going to fold those back, move everything into place. Alright, so essentially the shuttle part is done. These wings, I would have preferred that you could spin these tail fins around. I don't like that look. It just seems Just doesn't seem right. Alright, so this is where it gets kind of iffy. I'm going to flip them over. The rear legs here. I'm going to put them down like this. Going to spin them inward like this. Again, nothing really pegs into place, it's just there, and that's done. Alright, for the forelegs, we're going to move these outward like this. Take this panel right here, we're going to pop that open, and we're going to take the legs and we're going to bend them at this joint and kind of navigate them into this empty cavity. And then what would have been the claws or the talons, just fold those down like so. Same for this guy. Flip them into that cavity, talons down, and then close that cover like so. And there you have it. That is shuttle mode. It's actually pretty horrendous. Well, I know that with like Silverbolt and the Cyclonus one that came out, the plane was here on the top, and then there was just a lot of Transformer junk here on the bottom. This one is no different. If you're familiar with the Generation 1 toy, then you can kind of see the bottom as being the transport carrier. But it doesn't really look like they tried to make it the transport carrier. I mean, there's no wheels on it or anything. It's just like, it's more just robot junk on the bottom. So far, I'm not too impressed. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to transform this guy into Sky Rain mode. And let's see, first thing we're going to do, let's pull out what would have been the bird type head, and we're just going to kind of leave it here. We're going to take the wings, we're going to open these up like so, spin them around, flip down this panel here, and we're going to pull these legs out. Rotate them down, and we can close this panel back up. Take these rear legs and we're gonna spin them around like so. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not doing that. So put those back and we're gonna rotate them like this. Next, let's come back here. This piece here we need to open up. I'm going to come back here and we can take this whole rear section here and we're going to fold that back like so. We'll take the tail wing here and just place it down. It doesn't really seem to tab into anything. It's one of my major complaints about this guy so far is that there seems to be a lack of places to tab stuff into, so everything seems kind of loose. Then we can spin the head around, and there's Sky Rain's head, and that's the like the Panther type head I was telling you about earlier. That was the head for that secondary robot. All right, next, let's fold down these. That's going to expose the combiner port here. The instructions have you folding these blue wings up like so and then back. And we're almost done. We got to expose the combiner port here on the legs, so we're going to pull this out like so and fold it back. Now I think the instructions show it on the side like that, but that doesn't make any sense because if this is supposed to be the knee joint, we want that in the back like that. Do the same thing over here. Alright, and that's essentially the Sky Rain mode. One thing I am going to do different. It kind of shows in the instructions the nose of the space shuttle just kind of dangling here between his legs. I don't really care for it. I don't need my Skyrain to have a penis or a tail. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this back up. I'm going to take the nose here of the shuttle. I'm just going to rotate it around and fold it up to the back. Just like that. It's out of the way. Nothing sexually suggestive about it. And I think it makes for a better transformation. Alright, so let's go ahead and start adding components. So I still have the robots transformed into combiner mode from the previous review, so we're just going to peg them on. So here's Trailbreaker. Toss him on right here. And then Smokescreen. Toss him on the opposite leg. Reposition the camera. Let's grab Wheeljack, put him over here. We're going to grab Hound, put him on this side. Alright, so we've got them all together. So let's take a closer look. Let's get Boba Fett out of here. Move Skyrain back. So there you have it, Skyrain in all of his glory. We got Wheeljack and Hound as arms, Smokescreen and Trailbreaker as legs. I don't know. Final thoughts. Just I don't know. It's not 100% pleased with it. So we get the overuse of retools and remolds for all the appendages, and then Skyrain or Skylynx / Skyrain himself. The transformation I thought was really sloppy, really probably more complicated than it needed to be, having to cram all those things into place, like open up the chest, try to get the feet in there. I didn't like how things weren't pegging. There's nothing to peg things into place. I didn't care for that. I don't know. It's cool. Yes, I have another giant combiner robot. But again, on the other side, Skylynx was not a combiner in G1. So I think having him a combiner now, it seems like it's more of like them trying to make more money. What else can we turn into a combiner? And here we go. So if you're a completist, yeah, you have to get this guy. Otherwise, I would probably just not even bother. This guy's going to go on the shelf. He's going to collect dust for years. He might just get packed up right away and go up to the attic. I'm not sure. But that's my honest opinion. You might disagree with me, but if you do, let me know what you like about it. Let me know what you hate about it. You just comment down below. So thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I'm Darktoylord. Please comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, we'll talk to you later.